We are back here on Good Morning Lake Martin. It's about 16 past the hour now. Doug Roberts here with me. And also, it's Chamber Day. And Miss Ann Rice here with us from the Alex City Chamber of Commerce. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Yes. We wanted to talk a little bit when we got you here this morning about our Shop Local program. Of course, that's one of our focuses around in the Alexander City, Lake Martin area, region
Absolutely.
area.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk a little bit about that, how
Sure.
the impact
Well,
of shopping local.
I think definitely we've raised awareness, number one, and
Yes.
that was the whole point. I don't think people intentionally thought about how they spent their money, and I think now they do.
Yes.
To some people's comments when you see on Facebook or out in public, we have annoyed them with it. To others, they said, you know, I really didn't think about it, and I'm glad that I know I'm more conscious of my decisions. We know, you know, we can roll through the campaign and all the components of it because it continues to grow. But we know that shopping local is so important to our school systems and to just building a better retail community so that we can continue to offer new products and the products that our consumers want here. No brand or retailer wants their consumer or their patron to have to drive 40 minutes or so to purchase their brands. So as we begin to see those gaps and that need for new products here, we're working on recruitment, but we're also working at the same rate of speed to help existing business grow through our Shop Local campaign and to realize opportunities. So yesterday was our very first rollout of Shop Local First Tuesday. And we have a lot of work to do because a lot of you guys didn't know it was happening. Did anybody know it was happening here?
I didn't.
No. So that's okay because it was the first one that we did, but every first Tuesday of the month, you'll see an ad like this in the paper. It'll be branded so you'll recognize the red header with the Shop Local logo, and then everyone that's participating, and I'll tell you how these people participate. And then there's a little plug down here at the bottom about what Shop Local means and then how you can get involved if you want to. But each of these retailers purchased Shop Local t-shirts for their entire staff, and on the first Tuesday their staff is supposed to wear the Shop Local t-shirt, and as you shop with them, whether you knew it was First Tuesday and a special emphasis was being made about shopping local or not, you'll see that t-shirt and that logo reminds you of the importance of your financial decisions and purchasing what you can locally. So each of these 6 retailers offered great sales yesterday. And it's funny, I went around and visited about 5 of them. I didn't make it to one place, but they had gotten very little feedback as to people seeing it. So we know it's a new concept, but we ask that you will kind of buy into that with us and make an effort to go out and shop with these people. You know, and take advantage of the discounts that they're giving on that first Tuesday.
Absolutely.
So will that be posted?
Every month, the chamber is going to pay for an ad in the Outlook. We might even want to get something rolling with Lake Broadcasting on television for people that are getting their media that way. We'll also be putting it out on social media, but we will be advertising for these participants, and you don't have to be a chamber member. You know, the chamber is all about prosperity for our business community. Now, we do a lot of other things for our chamber membership that is outside of this Shop Local. But this Shop Local, this is about our community. This is about supporting the business that is here. Whether they see the value in the chamber, I hope they do.
Right.
But if they don't, they can still participate in this Shop Local campaign. Couple of things with Shop Local. We know, you know, Cubby, that we're not expecting people to change their desires for things and items that they want. We know that you can't buy everything here in Alexander City. And there are stores that people like to go to that we don't expect for them not to go and to change their entire way of thinking. But I want to give you a prime example of shopping local. My husband and I, a couple of weekends ago, had dinner out, and we just were killing some time. I had to pick him up in Auburn. He was coming in from the airport, and we just had dinner while we were there. and then we went and we're working on our house a little bit, some things, and we went looking around. We went into Home Depot there, and we kind of priced some window coverings. We're looking to replace some blinds on a few windows and so forth. And so we were gathering information, but when I went to the service area, which she was lovely and very helpful, which is very important for our retailers, but she looked up the product. They didn't have it in stock. She looked up the product and said, we can order it. And I said, well, let me ask you a question. If you're ordering it and shipping it to my place, where are those dollars booking? Are they coming from this store, or does it come from corporate Home Depot? Because this particular product is not sold here at our Home Depot,
Right.
okay? She said, no, it'll book to our store. You mean our volume? Because see, I'm a retailer by trade some years ago. And I said, yeah, whose volume is that going to book to on their numbers that day? And it's, it'll book to ours. And so immediately I said to her, so is this product available by order at any Home Depot? And she goes, oh yeah, you can order it. So see, it just took pausing and realize, because it felt really weird to buy something when you have a Home Depot in your own community, to buy it in Opelika. Not that, we don't love our sister community,
Sure.
but to make it was a very conscious decision for I said, let's just wait and go into Home Depot and order it at home.
Sure.
So, making those type of decisions is really what this campaign is about. And I will tell you, even as chamber president, your chamber president, 2.5 years ago, I don't know that it would have registered to me to ask those questions and to gain more information to know how I could make a different choice.
Right.
I'm still getting the same product, and by the way, it's being delivered straight to my door,
How about
free of
that?
shipping. So, we can do that. I think that is a really, when we often complain about things, we've seen a lot of progress in our roads. That 1% tax, or was it a 0.5%? I think it was 1%, that went towards, 0.5%, it was 0.5%,
Okay.
that went towards roads. We're seeing the work of that. Imagine if we if we shopped more locally and raised the volume instead of raising the tax on the smaller amount of volume. Imagine what that would do to our budget and to our school system. So
point.
it's very exciting to think about it. I really encourage you, if you think this is a great idea, or maybe if you don't, maybe it's even more impactful if you don't think it's a great idea, come by. Make a simple purchase of $20 for a Shop Local t-shirt. Wear that on Saturday. Take the Shop Local t-shirt challenge, wear it on Saturday, and see how it changes how you feel about how you spend your money. I think it will.
I think it was whenever, and I credit you for this, when you gave me that number that you gave me a few months ago about the number of grocery dollars that leave this city on a weekly basis.
250,000.
Yeah.
That is rounding down, by
That's
the way.
rounded down, and that's a lot. I thought you were about to say per month. I'm like, okay, yeah, I could
No,
probably
that's
say,
a week.
No, that's per week.
Let me give you another figure. In tabletop dining, $11 million, 11.4 actually, $million leaves Alexander City trade area, which when you think of trade area, and this is one thing, I think I should back up just a little bit. The Shop Local campaign is geared towards consumer awareness, yes, but there's also a part of it that's a responsibility of our retailers. And so, as we begin to recruit things, I think it's scary as we begin to recruit, and that recruitment of new to the market retail is a process. At minimum, it's a 3-year courtship between the chamber and having all the right data in front of a potential retailer.
Sure.
So things are getting ready to happen, and we feel very positive about the outlook here as far as a retail community. So some of the things that we hear people complain about, it's coming, so be patient. But again, you need to stay here and prove that shopper is here in order for us to have the numbers to recruit. However, on the business person side, we have a lot of work to do. We really have a lot of work to do. And I talked with a retailer yesterday that I have a tremendous amount of respect for, but sometimes it's in our perception. Recruiting someone new to the market, certainly it feels threatening. But it only feels threatening if I'm a business owner, it feels threatening to me because I may be questioning my product, my mix of goods, my service, my layout. It causes me to be better at what I do. And so I think we have great business people, but I think every day, if you're not striving to be better at what you do, you're failing yourself and you're failing your community. Because what I get at the chamber, and it's not just here and there, when we get new people coming into the community looking to open a business here, we get comments, or if someone has opened a business here from outside the area, it's their second business or a second location, and their first location is a more competitive environment, we get the comment constantly that our business community is not aggressive. I agree with them, having come from a more competitive environment. I think that we as business people have to sit down and look at our opportunities and understand why we're in business. Are we in business because we're passionate about the sale, we're passionate about the service, we're passionate about the business, or is it just a means to get to 5 o'clock? And we really got to get real about that.
Yeah, let's talk about that some more. We'll go into detail about that when we come back. This is Good Morning Lake Martin.